In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 pasta dishes just as some inspiration, whether it be because you stockpiled loads of pasta or you're just a pasta enthusiast. So stay tuned and keep watching. First up is some spinach pesto. This is a nice easy way to get your greens in, and it's better than any store-bought pesto as well. First, I'm starting off by soaking some cashews in some hot water, about a quarter cup or handful, for about half an hour prior, and then just boiling my spaghetti by adding some oil so it doesn't stick as well. In a pan of olive oil, I'm going to crush 1 large garlic clove. I really like garlic, so I'm probably going to add in a little bit more, but this is just for 1 portion, so the average person will probably use about 1 clove. And then I'm going to add some spinach which has been washed and slightly drained and then left to steam and wilt. Then in a blending mug, I'm going to put about 100 ml of any plant-based milk. I used almond. I'm going to put in the cashews that have been soaking, a dash of lemon juice to taste, about a heaped teaspoon worth of pine nuts, some basil to taste, some chives as well for a nice sour cream type flavour, and about a tablespoon of nutritional yeast and some salt and black pepper to taste as well. And after the spinach is wilted, I'm going to take out about half of this mixture and put it into the blending mug as well. I'm also going to put in about just over a teaspoon of some tapioca starch. You can add any flour you want, as it's going to be used as a thickener, but I like tapioca starch as it makes the sauce quite cheese-like in texture. And I'm adding the spaghetti to the pan, and yeah, that's pretty much the first one done. I did add more spaghetti in the end, as that sauce actually made enough for 2 portions worth. But yeah, this is the final result. I just topped it with a bit of vegan mozzarella, and yeah, here it is. The next one is the Deconstructed Pizza, which is basically everything I'd put on top of a pizza but mixed in with pasta instead. So whilst I'm boiling my pasta, I'm gonna get my aubergine. All my fruit and veg are already washed, but I'm just gonna slice some aubergine into dice-sized cubes and put it in a bowl to start the seasoning. And I'm not going to add too much seasoning because the rest of the dish has a lot of flavour, but I'm just going to put in a little juice of olive oil, a little bit of cumin, some smoked paprika, and a tiny bit of salt, and just mix it together until it's well combined. And then I'm going to put it on a griddle pan. This is non-stick, so I didn't have to add more oil, but I just did anyways. And just make sure it's evenly spread out, and working on the sweet pepper and doing the same thing, removing the seeds but chopping them into small diced-sized pieces as well. And also added in some red onions. These were frozen red onions I had, but had been defrosted because this is what I had to hand. But this is my favourite pizza topping combination ever. And I'm just flipping them over halfway through, after about 3 minutes on each side. And then slicing the tomato. Now, I apologise, this is probably, I was not thinking, and it's probably the worst where you've probably ever seen a tomato being cut. But it doesn't really matter, it just needs it to be in small enough chunks to blend. After about a couple of minutes on the other side, I put in the red onion and sweet pepper to slightly cook through. And then I'm going to add the tomato to my blending mug. Adding in a bit of tomato puree too, some oregano, a bit of nutritional yeast, as I'm going to use in every recipe, a little bit of coconut milk powder. This gives it a nice creamy taste, but you can take this out really. You can just add more milk, a tiny dash of milk, and a teaspoon of tapioca starch as well to thicken it up. And then salt and black pepper to taste too. After it's blended, I'm going to add it to a pan and let the heat cook through that. I completely forgot to add in garlic, I can't believe it. So I'm just going to crush a large clove of garlic and put it in now. And then also add a tiny bit of vegan cheese in at this point. You can obviously add in after, but I just wanted the sauce to be a bit more creamier as well. After that, I'm going to add the pasta to the sauce. Make sure that's well combined. And then add in the roast vegetables too. And here it is. It might not look the most appetizing, but it tastes so good. I added some vegan cheese on top as well, just like I would if I was putting it on a pizza. And honestly, it literally just tastes like a pizza cut up. It is amazing. The flavors are fantastic and it all works so well together. But yeah, that's pasta dish number 2. And last but not least is this lovely broccoli and chickpea Alfredo style sauce. I kind of took it from the inspiration of the fettuccine Alfredo you see all the time. So yeah, just a nice white cheese sauce. So I'm just going to cut my broccoli into small bite-sized pieces and then wash them thoroughly. And then when the pasta is 3 minutes before the end of its cooking time, I'll add the broccoli to the pasta to cook through, but not so much so it still retains its crunchy texture as well. This was the day after from pasta dish number 2, so I had another quarter cup of cashews soaking. So I just added that to my mixing jug and I added in about 100 ml of plant-based milk too, about 1.5 cloves of minced garlic, some nutritional yeast, a little bit of dill to taste, some salt and black pepper too. And then it sounds really weird, but adding nutmeg to your white sauces or mashed potato, it's so good. Just a dash and it's revolutionary. And I added in about a heaped teaspoon of tapioca starch and some lemon to taste too. And the tapioca starch is going to give it that cheesy sauce texture as well. And I'm also adding in some vegan cheese as well to add to the taste. And look, you can see here it's nice and thick and creamy. So I'm just adding the pasta and the broccoli to the sauce, and that's literally it. It's super easy, but it's a good way to get your greens in. Tastes really nice, high in calcium and all that good stuff as well, and literally tastes like a real cheese dish. It's so tasty, and I'm just going to top it with some crushed chilies to give it a bit of a kick as well, I guess, and some roasted chickpeas as well. You can use just chickpeas straight out the tin, you can roast some or whatever, and yeah, it's a good way to get some protein in. But yeah, that's it for the video. If you got this far, thank you for watching. Let me know down below which one was your favourite and whether you'll make any of them. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed it, subscribe for more related content. Definitely check out my Instagram down below in the description box for daily inspo, and I'll see you in my next video.